Charles Barkley. The name itself invokes a visceral reaction from basketball fans. You might know him as the outspoken analyst on TNT's Inside the NBA, or as the guy hilariously struggling at golf. But rewind to the 80s and 90s, and Barkley wasn't just a character. He was a phenomenon. Standing at just 6'6", generously listed some say, Barkley dominated in a land of giants, earning the nickname the Round Mound of Rebound. A freakishly gifted athlete, Barkley shattered expectations, proving that size doesn't define greatness. Today, we'll break down why Charles Barkley is not only one of the most unique players in NBA history, but also one of its most dominant forces. Charles Wade Barkley was born on February 20th, 1963, in Leeds, Alabama. His journey wasn't the traditional tale of high school stardom. In fact, Barkley didn't make his varsity basketball team until his senior year, a testament to how quickly he developed. Auburn University gave him a chance, and he didn't disappoint. At Auburn, Barkley led the SEC in rebounding for 3 consecutive years, despite being considered undersized. At Auburn, Barkley's play style began to take shape. He was a wrecking ball on the court, blending surprise agility with raw power. His highlight reels from college show a player who was impossible to box out and a nightmare in transition. He wasn't just a rebounder, he was a complete force. His play earned him a reputation as a potential NBA talent, despite doubts about how his size and unconventional build would translate. Off the court, Barkley was already showing flashes of his larger-than-life personality. Interviews with teammates and coaches during his Auburn days often highlighted his sense of humor and unfiltered honesty, traits that would later define his public persona. These years laid the foundation for a basketball career that was anything but ordinary. In 1984, the Philadelphia 76ers selected Barkley as the 5th overall pick in a legendary draft class that included Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, and John Stockton. Barkley's early years in Philadelphia showed flashes of greatness. In his second season, he averaged 20 points and 12 rebounds, showcasing his ability to outmuscle and outsmart opponents. Barkley credited Moses Malone for mentoring him during this time, particularly in improving his conditioning. One iconic moment came during the 1986-87 season when Barkley grabbed 28 rebounds against the Washington Bullets, proving his nickname, the Round Mound of Rebound, was well earned. Barkley quickly became the heart of the Sixers, showing a combination of brute strength and finesse that was rare for players of his stature. His ability to push the ball coast to coast after a rebound and finish with authority set him apart from other power forwards of his era. By the late 80s, Barkley was not just a star, but the face of the franchise. His dominant performances earned him multiple All-Star selections, and he became a fan favorite for his relentless style of play. Even during seasons when the Sixers struggled to compete for championships, Barkley's effort never wavered. His clashes with other greats of the era, like Larry Bird and Karl Malone, added to his growing legend. From the late 80s to the mid-90s, Barkley established himself as one of the NBA's most dominant players. In the 1986-87 season, he led the league with 14.6 rebounds per game, despite standing significantly shorter than traditional big men like Patrick Ewing and Hakeem Olajuwon. His offensive versatility was equally remarkable. Barkley could bulldoze his way into the paint, pull up for a mid-range jumper, or hit the occasional three-pointer. In a 1990 game against the Warriors, he scored 27 points and grabbed 33 rebounds, a stat line that still seems impossible. Barkley's ability to dominate in every aspect of the game made him a nightmare matchup for opposing teams. What truly separated Barkley during this period was his consistency. Over 11 straight seasons, he averaged a double-double, a feat that underscored his durability and tenacity. In an era stacked with legendary forwards, Barkley stood out as the most relentless competitor. Offensively, Barkley's ability to handle the ball in transition was revolutionary for a player of his size. Highlights from this era often show Barkley grabbing a rebound, charging down the court like a freight train, and finishing with either a dunk or a pinpoint pass to an open teammate. His skill set foreshadowed the rise of more versatile forwards in the decades to come. After 8 seasons with the Sixers, Barkley was traded to the Phoenix Suns in 1992. This was where he reached his zenith. In his first season with Phoenix, Barkley averaged 25.6 points, 12.2 rebounds, and 5.1 assists, earning him the 1993 NBA MVP award. In the 1993 NBA Finals, Barkley faced off against Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls. Although the Suns fell short in 6 games, Barkley's individual performance was stellar, including a Game 4 triple-double, 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. He famously remarked, "I'm not here to be second best." Barkley's leadership and versatility were on full display throughout the playoffs, where he carried Phoenix through several grueling series. Barkley's MVP season wasn't just a testament to his skill, but also his ability to elevate his team. Suns' 62-20 record that year was largely due to Barkley's dominance on both ends of the court. His impact extended beyond the box score. He brought a swagger and confidence to the Suns that galvanized the entire organization. Barkley's rebounding ability was almost mythical. Standing at 6'4", according to many sources, he out-rebounded players who were 6 inches taller. His success came from a combination of instincts, explosive athleticism, and sheer determination. Larry Bird once described him as a player who attacked rebounds like his life depended on it. One of Barkley's most iconic rebounding performances came during the 1989 playoffs against the Knicks, where he grabbed 19 rebounds to go along with 37 points in a decisive Game 5 victory. Barkley's rebounding numbers were a testament to his relentless motor and his uncanny ability to anticipate the ball's trajectory. Rebounding wasn't just a stat for Barkley, it was an art form. His ability to track the ball in midair and box out opponents made him one of the best rebounders in NBA history, regardless of height. He frequently used his lower center of gravity to his advantage, out-leveraging taller players to secure key boards. While Barkley dominated on the court, his off-court personality cemented him as a cultural icon. In 1993, he starred in a Nike ad declaring, "I am not a role model," sparking nationwide debate about athletes' responsibilities as public figures. He was unapologetically himself, funny, outspoken, and often controversial. Whether it was throwing a fan through a glass window during a bar altercation or roasting fellow players during interviews, Barkley's antics made headlines. His authenticity resonated with fans, making him one of the most beloved figures in sports history. Barkley's off-court ventures extended beyond commercials. He became an outspoken advocate for social issues, using his platform to address topics ranging from race relations to education reform. His willingness to speak his mind, even when it was unpopular, further cemented his status as a cultural icon. Barkley's dominance wasn't limited to the NBA. As a member of the 1992 Dream Team, he was the leading scorer, averaging 18 points per game. His physicality and skill overwhelmed international competition, and his antics, like the infamous elbow against Angola, reminded the world of his fiery personality. Magic Johnson once joked that Barkley brought both the most fun and the most chaos to the Dream Team, a testament to his unique charisma and competitiveness. Barkley's performances during the Olympics solidified his status as one of basketball's all-time greats. The Dream Team experience also showcased Barkley's ability to shine alongside other legends. Playing with the likes of Jordan, Bird, and Johnson, Barkley still managed to stand out, leading the team in scoring and delivering some of the tournament's most memorable moments. When Barkley retired in 2000, his career averages of 22.1 points, 11.7 rebounds, and 3.9 assists solidified him as one of the greatest players of all time. He was an 11-time All-Star and a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Modern players like Draymond Green and Zion Williamson often credit Barkley as paving the way for positionless basketball, proving that you don't need to fit the mold to dominate. Barkley's influence extended beyond his playing days. His work as a broadcaster on Inside the NBA introduced his unique perspective and humor to a new generation of fans. His honest, sometimes brutally so, assessments of players and teams have made him a cornerstone of basketball media. The absence of an NBA championship on Barkley's resume has led some to undervalue his legacy. But Barkley himself dismissed this critique, saying, "Rings don't define greatness. What you give to the game does." His era, dominated by Michael Jordan, left many legends without rings. Barkley, Patrick Ewing, and John Stockton among them. Despite the lack of a ring, Barkley's career is filled with moments of undeniable greatness. From his MVP season to his heroic performances in the playoffs, Barkley's contributions to the game are unquestionable. His legacy is a reminder that championships, while important, are not the sole measure of a player's impact. Barkley's transition into broadcasting has been as successful as his playing career. As a staple on Inside the NBA, he has won multiple Emmy Awards and is widely regarded as one of the funniest, most insightful analysts in sports media. His ability to connect with audiences, whether through humor or heartfelt analysis, has made him a beloved figure in the basketball world. Barkley's willingness to poke fun at himself, combined with his sharp insights, ensures his continued relevance in the sport. Charles Barkley's career is a tapestry of contradictions and triumphs. He was an undersized power forward who out-rebounded giants, a charismatic leader who sometimes stirred controversy, and a player whose greatness was not defined by championships but by the undeniable impact he had on and off the court. His story is a reminder that the essence of greatness goes beyond trophies and accolades. It's about how you inspire others, how you defy expectations, and how you leave your mark on the world. Barkley's legacy extends beyond his stats and highlights. He paved the way for positionless basketball, influenced the culture of the game, and brought a raw honesty to sports media that continues to resonate with fans. So, what do you think? Does Barkley's legacy prove that rings aren't the sole measure of greatness, or do championships define a player's place in history? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Ballerspectives.